Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at one of the hardest hitters, and it is quite literally the smallest Pokemon in Master League. So we're going to be taking a look at Master Premier. It is going to be Excadrill. This thing's amazing. There's no doubt about it. We all know it. Hits hard as heck, kind of squishy, but its steel type is giving it quite the edge in a lot of situations here. Now you can also use this easily in the Open Master League, and it performs absolutely amazing there as well. But we're just going to go ahead and go into the Premier for now and see what we can be met with and have a little fun here. Now stay tuned towards the end, as you're going to see Gardevoir, Toxicroak, and Gengar being showcased here, because we are going to be swapping out our lead just to see what it's going to throw at us. Also using Excadrill. We're just going to have a little fun towards the end here. Got a pretty lengthy video. If you do enjoy my content, it's much appreciated if you can hit that like button. It really does help me out, supports the channel, helps with the algorithm, the YouTube algorithm. It's like a trigger word, isn't it? Let's go. All right, folks. Really appreciate you being here. And now I just want to say, when I get notifications for content creators, not Pokemon Go, I really don't watch other Pokemon Go content creators, just anybody in general at night, it's a nice feeling. So hopefully you do enjoy these night uploads. And guess what? It's not always nighttime around the world, because it's nighttime where you're at. Could be the morning somewhere else. So welcome everybody around the world, and let's go ahead and get into the commentary here, see what we have going on with this Excadrill putting in the work. So Dragonite just took out a Florges. Now we got a new Florges, different color. It's not the same battle. Let's see what we're going to be met with this time. Horrible lead, swapping into our Snorlax, because we don't want to go right into our hard counter, which is going to be our steel type. It's not a hard counter. It's just resisting the fairy, right? They're going to be bringing in the Excadrill here. Now, Drill Run is unfortunately going to be able to KO us. It'd KO us there. So we're going to go ahead and shield it up and go for a superpower, getting a shield out of them. Okay, sounds good. Was really contemplating if I wanted to double shield the Snorlax here, but we're going to go ahead and let it go. Bring in the Dragonite, because we're going to be able to actually take a Rock Slide, right? So what we're going to have to do is kind of put all of our hope into the Excadrill towards the end to see if we can pull this off. Hopefully there's like a Metagross or something like that we're going to be able to handle in the back. They do have a Florges, so they're kind of deterrent to dragons and fighters. We'll have to see. There's your Metagross, and it is going to be a shiny. So Excadrill is going to be able to put in the work here, folks. Let's go. So they're going to be shielding it up. Now what we're going to have to do here is actually farm up extra energy. I do believe this is the battle that we do this here. So we're calling that. Okay, great, beautiful. Building up to 2 drill runs here. And what are they going to fairy wind us down? So, I mean, going to go ahead and get off our first drill run here. And we're looking pretty good. Still holding on to 1 shield. Not enough to take them out. We do have the Dragonite in the back. Excadrill, thank you very much, little pal, oh friend. And we're going to go ahead and let it go down. Bring in the Dragonite and just have a little fun and take out the fairy type with our Dragon Breath Dragonite. Let's go. Next battle, we're going to be met with a Snorlax. All right, I've been in that position a lot of times for that Snorlax, and I don't really like it. So we're going to go ahead and go for a Dragon Claw first. Do believe they're going to be letting everything go, calling it every single time. And we're also going to let their Body Slam go as well. Going for the Dragon Claw after building up to 2. They're letting it go. Great, and they're going to be getting off another one. Now we're going to let this go here. You know, I've been in this situation quite a few times to know that we don't really need to shield that up, especially since it's not going to be Shadow. And we're going to be able to Dragon Breath them down, coming out of this with energy. Let's just hope there's not a fairy. And there's a fairy. So we're going to immediately retreat, not just blindly throw it into that Togekiss, because we can do a lot of damage with that energy on the Dragonite. We got a superpower and a Dragon Claw ready to go, but we need to be on our toes because we got about 3 HP. All right, so bringing in the Snorlax here, which can take on Togekiss, no problem at all. They're going to be retreating here, bringing in a Gyarados with Waterfall, and it's not like our Dragonite's going to be able to withstand it because it's got no health. And our Excadrill is going to be going down very quick, so we're in a position where we're going to have to kind of make sure the Snorlax does as much damage as possible here, and they're still holding onto a shield. Snorlax taking them down, going for a Body Slam, exactly what we needed to happen here. This is just perfect. And we're going to bring in our Excadrill now. They're not going to be able to get to a flamethrower. There's no way. They threw their energy here. It takes forever for them to even get to it, although they were probably just about there as we hit that Rock Slide, and we're going to be able to take the win with our Excadrill, putting in that work yet again. Always Every time I use this thing, it really never lets me down, never. All right, show me a waterfall. Now pay attention to the moves that the Gyarados do have and what we're being met with here, as when we do swap our team at the end, you're going to notice something different. All of a sudden, everything that we were encountering that had the same move is, their moves are going to be swapped around. It's just a magical thing, a coincidence. It's crazy, folks. All right, so we're going to be going down to the Dragon Breath Gyarados here, bringing in the Snorlax, of course, because we're not trying to take a Aqua Tail with the Excadrill, right? And they're bringing in their own Excadrill here, and this is perfect. Hopefully, there's another Steel in the back or a Fairy type that we're going to be able to handle with Excadrill. We did get rid of, I would hopefully think, the main threat, which is going to be the Waterfall Gyarados here, going for another superpower. And, well, Snorlax is just always trusty, and we're going to be getting their last shield here. Now, we're not swapping because we want them to throw their energy. All right, so we're going to go ahead and let that go. Down we go, bringing in our Excadrill. They're going to be able to get to another one. Now, what's going to happen if they don't swap is we're going to build up a little bit of extra, I hope. Okay, all right, and they're throwing, bringing in their Metagross. Now, what's going to happen here is we need to farm extra because they do have energy on their Excadrill. If we're not careful and don't come out of this with just enough energy to outpace them to get to that drill run, well, that's a wrap when we lose. And we're able to get there because we farmed a little bit extra on that Metagross, and we're taking the win with the star of the show. And this thing is so amazing. It's so hard and spams so quickly, which is great because it is so squishy. Next battle met with a Machamp, greatly. They're going to be swapping into a Dragonite, and I'm going to go ahead and throw the Dragon Claw here just to kind of put on the pressure and then swap into the Snorlax, getting a shield out of them. Now they can hit me with a superpower. I would assume that's what they're going to want to do here. The Dragonite really doesn't need to do anything else. They've used both shields at this point. They've got a Machamp. I would assume they're going to be obviously bringing that back in, hitting me with a superpower and throwing it immediately again, so they're not going to have energy coming out of this, which is perfect. So we're going to go ahead and bring in our Dragonite to farm them down. Hopefully we can. They double debuff themselves, but they're going to immediately swap into their Machamp, which is probably the better idea, so I can't just farm them down here. But we're obviously not going to be bringing an Excadrill because, well, they're fighting, and that's going to take us out immediately. We're going to go ahead and call a Cross Chop in. That's beautiful. So we're going to be putting our hope into that Excadrill at the end of this battle here. Let's see what happens. It's taking me out with another Cross Chop. We're going to be able to farm down Machamp with Mudshot, folks. All right, we've got 2 shields, energy on this Excadrill, Dragonite, bringing that in here. What do you got in the back? Metagross? Metagross. Oh, a Magnezone. Yeah, that is hard wrap for them there. And we're taking the win with 2 shields and Excadrill at the end. Moving it on to the next one here. We got a mirror match with a Dragonite. Okay. And I do believe we're both 100% IV. Okay, so level 50s. All right, all right, so what happens with the charge move priority, CMP, at this point? Well, it's a coin flip, or whoever hits it first, right? So they're going to be swapping to catch. They got a little plan going on here, catching a Dragon Claw with their Metagross. Very nice. Going to be able to outpace them here to the drill run before they get to any sort of charge move here. And since we did hit them with the Dragon Claw, we're going to be able to take them out with one more quick move, and we're in a pretty good position. Otherwise, I mean, at least, you know, they're going to be hitting me with superpower here, but that's fine. No problem at all. Go ahead and do that. We'll bring in our Snorlax to farm you down, and we've got energy here. What's going to counter us? A fighter? No fighter. We have Excadrill in the back. This is perfect. We're going to wait for them to throw here, and then we're just going to hit these superpowers back to back. Now, here's the thing. We have a Dragonite in the back, which is still holding on to a little bit of health. But with the Excadrill's quick move, they're not going to be able to take me out before I get to a charge move here, so we're looking pretty good. I swap into it, and they're going to be hitting a charge move. I think I just let it go. Yeah, okay. Could have shielded it up, but we want to hold on to that shield just because we can. And we're taking that win and moving it on to our next opponent. Going to be met with, wow, the showcase Pokemon Excadrill. So in this situation, what you're going to do is let that first Rock Slide go. All right, we're going to kind of maybe hopefully get a shield out of them. They're catching and retreating with energy on their Excadrill. Very nice catch with that Gyarados there. We're going to go ahead and bring in our Snorlax, of course, because we don't want anything to do with an Aqua Tail here unless we had to, because it can go up against Gyarados because we do have Rock Slide. Obviously, Dragon Breath is going to be more ideal if we do have that matchup, if we had to be in there. But anyways, we got the Excadrill going back into the battle here. Now, I figured they're going to be going for 2 of these back to back, but at least this way we're getting their energy. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to get off a charge move, but that's okay. Bringing in the Dragonite to see if we can get a shield here. Probably going to let it go. Yep, unfortunately they do. But at this point, we're almost within range to kind of farm them down. We will survive a Rock Slide here. They can't take us out with the quick move, so they immediately swap into a Togekiss, and I bring in my own Excadrill here. So this is looking pretty good. We just need to be on our toes, and we should be able to pull this one off here. We are resisting the charm, but it is still doing quite a bit. Now, I thought I messed up here by letting this ancient power go, but you're going to see this is going to get kind of intense here in just a moment. Getting to another Rock Slide. This is crazy. Going to be able to take out this Togekiss. Or, not yet. We still need to get to one more. Okay, so they swap. We swap into our Dragonite immediately here. Alright, and here's the thing. I'm going to show you exactly how we won. So they bring in their Togekiss, and right here, they threw. Now, I think if they would have just went for Charm, actually, it would have been pretty close because we got to our charge move. So they kind of stopped themselves from hitting another quick move, which would have taken us out. But again, we were at Rock Slide too, so I was pretty much just neck to neck there. So had no other option but to throw. So good game. Next battle met with a Shadow Snorlax. Hey, we like to see this here. We know what it's like being that Shadow Snorlax. Going to go for the Body Slam, letting it go, building up to 2 Dragon Claws, and this is the one I do believe that they're going to be letting both of them go, just calling it. They don't care. Take out the Snorlax if you want, no problem at all. All right, there it is, and they're surviving. Now, we will survive this as well, and probably like 3 HP, maybe 2, or 1. Okay, so bringing in their Gyarados, we're going to swap into our Snorlax here, and here's my Shadow Buddy. Let's go. All right, so Excadrill should be able to handle what is in the back here after we do take care of this water type. Gonna be looking good to go. Excadrill is so fun to use, folks. It is that spam hard-hitting thing, and they're retreating into their Metagross. I don't know if this was the right thing to do. I mean, I guess so, because Drill Run is not enough to take it out by itself, so at least we're doing that chip, I guess. And we're going to be getting a shield out of them, which is great here. So now we know that they're going to probably bait us. Although it's still going to be doing a lot of damage, we're going to go ahead and shield it up because that's just unfortunately the way it is for Excadrill. And we're going to let this one go, calling it, building up to 2, seeing that they've only got 1 shield left. They're not going to be able to shield both of these. They let it go. And in comes Gyarados. I would assume they're going to obviously shield this Rock Slide up. Okay, we swap into our Snorlax, looking good here, and getting to the Body Slam, and we're going to be able to take the win with the Snorlax at the end. And looking good, it's still holding on to 1 shield. All right, now let's have a little fun here, folks. I was going to put this at after the credits, but let's just go ahead and put it here now. Alright, so we're going to put Gengar in the front, and now it's just assessing what dark types I could encounter that I haven't encountered for the last couple of days. Well, a Hydreigon I did, so I guess that does count for the Buzzwole. But let's see here, I was just looking at it, just making sure we're good to go. We're going to swap that Sludge Bomb for a Shadow Ball, because that's why I was looking at the dark types. It's like, I don't really see Tyrannitars or Hydreigons too often, but I'm sure they're going to start popping up as soon as I put this on the team. But I was thinking a Gyarados with Waterfall is going to screw me over. But we're met with a Excadrill. Alright, so this is perfectly fine here. I guess it's not a great matchup here, but what can I say? It's not like, oh, the algorithm, because Excadrill in the lead is common. Okay, let's be real. Gonna go ahead and go for the Shadow Punch. They're calling it and letting it go. Gonna go for another one because they're about to get to another Drill Run here. Gengar taking a lot of damage from that quick move, swapping into the Snorlax to farm down this Excadrill while holding on to some of that energy on the Gengar and just keeping it alive while it's in the green. Unfortunately, they're going to be getting to another charge move, but I can't use that shield because we just simply can't at this point. We have to have one for the squishy team that we do have in the back here, and it is going to be a Dragonite getting off the Body Slam. Going to go ahead and bring in our Excadrill here. We do need to look out for Superpower, and I'm not going to try to catch, honestly. Well, good, never mind, I did. Opposite. Everything's opposite. Alright, so go for the Dragon Claw. We wanted them to just go ahead and use their energy. Was trying for a catch, but that works as well, because now we're going to be able to outpace them. Going for a Superpower, and this is going to get crazy. So we don't throw, we farm down as they do swap into their Excadrill, gaining even more energy, and I'm like, wow, this was not looking good. Bringing in a Metagross. So here we go. It's not over yet, right? Here we go. So we have to build up to almost 2 because they have energy on that Dragonite, so we have to be ready immediately, and it was at the perfect timing, taking out the Metagross, hitting the Rock Slide. They probably needed like 1 more Dragon Tail to get to their charge move, and we're taking the win with the Excadrill, completely sweeping the team. Completely. And we're using a, what the hell is this Gengar crap? I mean, Gengar, I love you, buddy, but it's really not. It's a weird team, honestly. It's protecting us from fighting, and that's pretty much it. Okay, up against a Gyarados. All right, so hitting the Shadow Ball, lovely, and they're shielding it up, swapping with energy and bringing in our Snorlax here to kind of just absorb whatever they throw at us. Aqua Tail, bringing in a Mamoswine. All right, sounds good to me here. Now this is going to be taking us down pretty low. Mamoswine hits very hard, but we're still going to be looking comfortable here. Maybe we can get to another superpower before they do farm us down. Going to go ahead and throw the first one. They're letting it go. And getting to the body slam here sounds good to me. Do they want to shield it up, farm us down, and come out of this with energy? Letting it go. They were pretty low. I would too as well. Bringing in their Gyarados. Gonna go for the Shadow Punch here. Let's see if we can get that shield out of them. And they're letting it go, unfortunately. Excadrill, it's all on you, buddy. And we've already started building up energy, so we are ahead of them on energy, right? That Gyarados does have a bit of energy as well. They let it go, and I was thinking, hold on. All right, let's just think through. Let's just stumbling over my words. Let's think this through here. Shield up my Excadrill, get the shield, go for the drill run, and then they get to an Aqua Tail maybe. I don't know, but I'm just trying to calculate how they could have potentially won. But they're still hitting an Aqua Tail here. We're barely surviving. This thing is freaking nuts. Excadrill surviving with 1 HP. That's what I'm freaking talking about, and it's not even a 100% IV. Toxicroak time, folks. Let's have a little fun. Make sure you hit that like button if you enjoy this kind of style here. Swapping it up, having a little fun, you know, and showing you what we're going to be met with. So I put Toxicroak. Now this is the one I said, Waterfall Gyarados, and we're screwed. Yep, that's it. I couldn't believe it. I was like, okay, is it Waterfall? Oh my goodness, this algorithm is nuts. Do you see this? That was the first battle I had with Toxicroak. Literally thinking, there's no way I'm just going to throw a Gyarados Waterfall right at me in the beginning. And it is a common Pokemon. So again, we can't say it's something way out of the ordinary like a Porygon Z, which you're going to probably see. No, but actually, no, I cut that one out. Anyways, Sylveon, all right. Going to go ahead and go for another body slam here. Excadrill's still on the team. They're probably expecting me to throw in the Toxicroak to farm them down, so we're going to go ahead and bring in our Excadrill to farm them down to see if we can pull this around with the most absolutely horrible lead. I mean, it could have been worse. It could have been I don't know, Togekiss or the Sylveon itself. So we're swapping into our Toxicroak. I'm like, what am I doing here? Gengar, Toxicroak, what? But it is maxed 100% IV, level 50 Toxicroak, which is pretty cool, right? Going for a Sludge Bomb on the Togekiss. That is going through. They have no more shields, bringing in the Excadrill, farming up, still holding on to 2 shields, and that wasn't by accident to let them throw here. That's perfectly fine. We need to build up to 2 of these rock slides so we can take care of business here. Going for the first one to take out the Togekiss and getting to the next one to take out the Gyarados, and Excadrill yet again coming through with its clutchy spam at the end and still holding on to 1 shield. All right, let's go ahead and put a Gardevoir in the front. Since it's the first battle with the Gardevoir, let's see what we're going to be met with. Hopefully it's a good lead. Fingers crossed, folks. What is the game? It's thinking, it's like, hold on here. Hold on, let me, okay. All right, we screwed you last time. Go ahead and have a Dragonite. Have some crumbs there, buddy. All right, sounds good. They're going to be swapping into a Gyarados with Waterfall. We're going to immediately bring in our Snorlax, and we need to win this matchup, and you're going to see how our opponent absolutely understands that they need to win this matchup as well if they want any sort of light at the end of the tunnel to win this matchup. Okay, so we're using our first shield, building up a little bit of extra energy, going for our next body slam here. And they do want to shield up indeed. All right, getting to the next one, and you're going to see they're going to double shield this Gyarados here. They're like, oh my goodness. Okay, I'm just joking. I do want to win this matchup. So I'm thinking, I'll let this go. And we're actually able to still take the win here with 1 HP, even though they use 2 shields. Absolutely amazing. And they're bringing in a Togekiss. This is perfect alignment here. If they swap, I mean, they're still taking super effective damage. They're catching a Rock Slide with their Dragonite. Sounds good to me. I immediately swap into the Gardevoir here, and we had a good lead. A good lead. And, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just throw the Shadow Ball here. Gardevoir, it nukes everything. That's just the way it's going to go if you can actually get to a charge move and land it. Next battle, Gardevoir lead. Show me Dragon Breath for once. Or is it going to be another Waterfall? Dragon Breath, that's great. They're going to be swapping into a Swampert, swapping into our Snorlax. And these Hydro Cannons finally in Master League are just going to be kind of tickling us here instead of basically taking off half your health like in the Great League or the Ultra League, where it's just, you know, Swampert. All right, so we're going to go ahead and go for our Body Slam here. They really are spamming us pretty hard. I think I'm going to let this go. Yeah, we're going to let it go. Bring in the Gardevoir. Hopefully farm them down before they get off another Hydro Cannon because they do have extra energy. We take them out. Beautiful. And they have a Metagross. All right, so I get a little bit crazy here. We're going to go ahead and get their shield and then bring in the Excadrill immediately here. We just needed to get that shield, so they're left with only 2. Now, I figure they're going to be going with a Meteor Mash. Now, I'm just going to shield this up because that's going to kind of bring us down a little bit low, so we want to maintain that health for now. Bringing back that Gyarados, they're going to be letting the first one go, knowing that they can survive it because we're not going to be going anywhere with our quick move with their health, right? Letting that go. Now, that kind of confused me. I was thinking maybe we should shielded that up, but hey, they can do what they need to do here, so let's see what happens. Now, we're going to be shielding this up, and I'm thinking, there's no way they get to an Earthquake. We're going to be able to outpace them to another Drill Run, right? There's no way. And they're getting to another charge move. Now, is it Earthquake? Meteor Mash, we survive with 1 HP, I would assume, after they got that Bullet Punch through. And, well, we got about 2 HP, but we're taking the win, and that was a close one there. Good game. Next battle met with a Mamoswine. This is pretty neutral for the Gardevoir here. So, no problem. Although an Avalanche is going to take us out in a one-shot. But that's just what it is when you're fighting up against a Shadow Mamoswine. Swapping into a Snorlax, super effective with the Lick. We are down a shield, but we do have energy on the Gardevoir, which is going to pretty much almost one-shot something or get a shield. Bringing in our old Snorlax here, like we said, going for the superpower right away. And that's fine. They can't quick move us down, but they can go for a Body Slam here, and that's probably what they're going to do. And we're going to bring back that Gardevoir to farm them down. We don't want to take any damage with our Excadrill quite yet, and we're not going to be able to take them down with quick moves. So we're just going to bring them in, charm them down, and now we have a charge move ready to go. Mamoswine goes down. What is in the back? It is going to be a Gyarados with Dragon Tail. So we're going to go ahead and get that shield. Yeah, boy. And start throwing these rock slides. We're looking good while resisting that Dragon Tail with the Excadrill. We can take an Aqua Tail, which is going to be doing quite a bit and bringing us down very low. So it is going to be pretty close here. Although we do have the Gardevoir in the back, which is going to be able to get through like 2 charms before it goes down, maybe even 3. Let's see here. But I think the Excadrill is going to be able to finish it off for us here, like usual, with a couple HP. This thing is always putting in the work. If you did enjoy this video, folks, give it a thumbs up. Don't sleep on Excadrill. Well, we really don't. We all know it's very good. Thank you for watching, and take care.
It's out of my hand, but I'm still in control. It's out of my hand. You can never take away the power of my
Hey! So you're finally here! Fantastic!
It's out of my hand, but I'm still in control. It's out of my hand. You can never take away the power of my soul.
So compromise where you can. But where you can't, don't. Even if everyone is telling you that something wrong is something right. Even if the whole world is telling you to move. It is your duty to plant yourself like a tree, look them in the eye and say no.